Assalamu alaikum and welcome to this video on alternate states in ClickSense. By using states, I can compare two bar charts, for example, together. I can compare two different things together. So I can compare the same dimensional data side by side with respect to some other, filtered selections. So it basically allows me to have it basically allows the chart to have different states so that they can be compared. So in order to see an example, so let me first do a box plot in which, let's say, I want to compare the dosage forms and the average feed cost that I have. So I want to compare the oh, sorry about that. It's let me draw a box, the bar chart. Sorry about that. So let me think. So I want to compare the different dosage forms. The feed cost, the average feed cost with respect dosage form, but I want to do that for different countries. So I want to be able to compare this chart for two different countries together. Okay. So what I will do first of all is that I will do a Control C and a Control V. So I'll just drag it up here. So now I have two different charts, and then I'm going to just push it up like this. I'll pull it down a bit so that I can add a filter pane. So in this filter plane, obviously, what I will drag is, so here I have dragged this filter pane, and let's see, I want to do a comparison across. Let's look at the country, obviously, first of all, and then obviously let's have. I also want to look at the info. So I'm going to just select info as well. So pane allows me to have more than one filtered variables. So again, I'm just going to do this Control C and Control V. I'll just drag it up here. So now I have, so if I click on this, so now I have this, you can see that these things will change with respect to the infos that I have. So this is, the first chart is changing with respect to this filter. And in this way, this is changing with respect to that. Okay. So now what I will do is that I will create a state here. So in the master items, so let me create a state which is called state 1. State this. And a new state which is called state 2. And then I will apply these states to actually, I will apply state 1 to this bar chart, and I will apply state 1 to this as well, so that they are part of the same state. And these two I will apply with respect to state 2. So now these two states are applied individually to these charts and filters. So the point is that when I apply state 1 to these two filters and this chart, and state 2 to these two filters and these charts, then selecting this country is going to update only this chart below. And similarly, if I select the info here, it's only going to update the chart which is here. And similarly, if I select the country here, so it's only going to update this chart. And similarly, if I select the info here, so it's only going to update this second chart. So that's the advantage of using the states. There is also one other thing that we can do is that we can use these states to demonstrate numerical measures. Okay, so let's say I want to actually see the actual price that is there, or I want to see the total feed cost with respect to these states. Okay, so for that, I'll go to measures and let's say create a new measure. So let's call this as let's say total feed cost with respect to state 1. And for the expression, let's say that I first say the feed cost and I say the aggregation sum. So it's like equivalent to sum of feed cost states inserted. So here you see that this expression has been generated. So I'll just associate this only with state 1. So I'll just put curly braces and then double quotes, and then I will say state 1. Okay. So this is going to show me the total cost only for the filters which are associated with state 1. So I'll just click on apply and save. And similarly, I'm going to duplicate this. So let me edit that. So it's going to be, obviously, I have to do the same for state 2. And I will change it here and apply to show the total cost to state 2. So now I'll click on apply and save. So now I have these two measures here. So now what I will do is that I will create a table. So in the table, obviously, the dimension, I will add the dosage form. And for the measures, I will, first of all, I will drag this state 1. So it shows me the total of feed cost with respect to the state 1. And then I will drag the same here. And obviously, I don't want to replace, I'm going to add this as a separate column. I'm going to put it like here. And just let me, this appearance, if you remember, we had this mini chart. So I'll just delete this mini chart appearance that we have. Similarly here as well. Okay, so now we go to edit sheet. So let me just deselect. So here you can see we have the table now here. So for some, so here I was able to deselect that. So now you see this country and info is if I select, for example, let's say Uganda, you can see that this column is changing here. Tanzania, South Sudan, South Africa, Senegal, and let me add Cote d'Ivoire, Dominican Republic. So you can see only this first column is changing here, and only this bar chart and this changing. And if I change the country here, so you will observe that this chart and this column now starts to change. So select on Benin, Burundi, Cameroon, Dominican Republic, Ghana. So these are the selections that I want to compare across here. So, and here the filter is showing me the selection across 2 states. So the more states I add, so now it's easy for me to compare. Let's say if I make it even simpler. So in here, let's say I just want to say for South Africa. And here I want to compare across Cote d'Ivoire. So here's the situation for South Africa and Cote d'Ivoire. Let's say I select all of the infos. And here also I select all the infos. So now we can see that how the average feed cost and the total feed cost is varying across which dosage forms for South Africa and for Cote d'Ivoire. So in this way, using the concept of states, I can actually associate different charts to the same state, so that I can compare them across different dimensions. Okay? So that's the advantage of states. So thanks for watching this video. I hope it has been useful.